KIRO Radio 97.3 FM. News and talk. Powered by the Pacific Northwest.
Coming up in about 12 minutes, your responses to scenarios. That's going to happen next. And now it looks like we're going to be wrapping up this impeachment soon. It might even push until next week. The Democratic lawmakers are making their final cases for witnesses. That request is likely to be denied. Yeah, that's probably going to happen. So what should we make of this third ever impeachment of an American president? Well, joining us right now here in studio is Michael Medved, host of the Michael Medved Show. His latest book, God's Hand on America. Michael, thank you so much for joining us.
I think that we are likely to have some divine favor here by having impeachment cleared away before the Super Bowl, which is really important.
So right now, so we just got some news that another senator has decided on whether witnesses should be allowed. Correct.
Even if Mitt Romney and Susan Collins, as they probably will vote to authorize more witnesses. If I were in the U.S. Senate, I would certainly vote to authorize more witnesses. I think it's a more meaningful exoneration for President Trump. The point is President Trump's going to survive this. And I think what happened with Lamar Alexander, who's a terrific guy who I've known for many years, and he's a former president of University of Tennessee, former Secretary of Education. He's a really, really smart, good guy. And he's retiring.
I was going to say he's also retired.
He's not a partisan hack. There are some people on both sides who are partisan hacks. Lamar looked at this, and I think he said, stop the bleeding. This entire process, if it goes on, and right now it's having a very negative impact on the Iowa caucuses, which are Monday.
I cannot believe that they are on Monday.
Yeah, and the State of the Union is Tuesday.
Right.
We have Sunday as Super Bowl, and President Trump, have you seen the Trump ad on Super Bowl?
No, not yet.
Okay. It's what's amazing about this is Bloomberg and Trump, the battling billionaires, both have Super Bowl ads, and they're not fun, Super Bowl ads. These are like hard-hitting, the kind of political ads you'd assume you would see the week before the election. And the Bloomberg ad is all about guns. And the Trump ad is all about how he's just the greatest president we've ever had, and it's full of inspiring music. And in any event, I believe, from what I understand, I just got off a plane from St. Louis.
And I appreciate you.
Thank you for coming right off the plane.
Oh, no, it's wonderful because it forces you to get completely caught up. I think they're going to vote on their final vote to on the articles of impeachment, the two articles, probably late tonight. It may carry over till tomorrow morning, but they really, really do want to get this done before the weekend.
Michael, you and I'm fortunate to talk to you every single day.
Yeah.
And we've been talking about this. And as a matter of fact, before the impeachment process started, you stood there right at my desk and you said, G, I'm telling you, this is not a good idea for the Democrats. You said this weeks and almost months before it happened.
You were with Nancy Pelosi.
You said exactly what's happening right now. You said was going to happen before.
Thank you. Thank you for noticing. It's one of those things where I can understand it, kind of. I do think there's a lot of careerism involved for folks like Adam Schiff. And Adam Schiff is a very bright guy. I think he's made the very best he could do with this case. But the point is, there's a way to get rid of Trump. If you believe Trump is a danger to the Republic, and I think that those House impeachment managers honestly believe that. They're not just doing this, because we don't like him, we don't like his style. They think it's dangerous to have him continue as president. Only way is coalesce around some kind of credible nominee, and let's have an election.
Which they haven't done yet. At this point,
it's a nightmare. It's like this has turned from the election that the Democrats couldn't lose to increasingly looking like the election they can't win. Now, I think they can pull it out.
But what would have to happen? What would have to happen right now?
Well, right now they have to end this impeachment thing. There's actually a good piece that just appeared in Spectator that says Chuck Schumer really doesn't want witnesses. He says he does. They just want it over. and then find some other means. They could go ahead and have House hearings and subpoena John Bolton and have this information come out and then use it in the campaign. But all of this would be appropriate if you're doing a presidential campaign. But when you're voting to remove a sitting president from office, this was bound to fail, and I think it's hurting particularly Joe Biden, because now he's kind of scandal tarred. I don't think it's fair. I don't think he ever was before. But
because of the whole
Burisma, because of his son.
And his son.
There's a new book out. I'm having Peter Schweitzer on my show today, who wrote this new book called Profiles in Corruption, where he talks about the Biden crime family. Right. And again, there's some troubling questions there about Biden's two brothers and his sister and his daughter and his son Hunter and his son-in-law, Dr. Howard Krein. I mean, look, I think part of what bothers people about American politics is there are a lot of folks who come to Washington and they're public servants and they go home very, very rich.
Very, very rich, all of them. That is the voice of Michael Medved. He is the author of the book that is out now. It's available, God's Hand on America. Michael, while you're here, before you go, I want to ask you this. How can we come together? How can our nation come together after right now it's apparent that we are very divided?
Yeah, and I think, frankly, the State of the Union gives an opportunity to turn the corner, because I know last time there were Democrats who boycotted the State of the Union, and just as there were who wouldn't come to Trump's inauguration, that by 2030, Congressional Budget Office will have a yearly deficit of $1.7 trillion. And honestly, they should be able to make it better. Clinton did, working with Newt Gingrich and the Republican Congress. And under President Obama, the budget deficit went down from $1.2 trillion down to $400 billion. That's a big change, 2/3 cut.
Michael, thank you.
That is
Michael Medved. He's the host of the Michael Medved Show. You can hear his show on KTTH from 12 to 3 every single day. He is also the author of God's Hand on America. Yes, coming up next, we're going to pay off your text to those that text in about the lady in the grocery store with her 6-year-old daughter. And also words to live by. It's the G and Ursula Show.